Got him. Nice black crappie.
It's a crappie, big old crappie.
Yeah.
Fishing today with Joe Hall, the Roadrunner man. Or I'll call him the crappie man. And Joe and I are on a summertime crappie fishing trip. We're gonna try to catch some crappie off some old timber and stuff around in the hot summertime. Boy, that's a pretty fish right there.
How about that? New dose the color.
They get down around the trees and stuff like that, and they gang up pretty good. Hopefully we can find a spot and catch a lot. I'm hoping that old log right there's got a bunch of them. Put him in the live well, Joe.
We're after them.
Those kind we don't turn back. We catch him bass, we might turn them back. But that fish there, I think we'll keep him for supper. You catch him on that red?
I got the red with the silver on the tinsel.
Joe and I have already checked the color selector, and this water is clear water as the water gets in the summertime. And it showed blue and red for clear water. Right over here in the blue and the red category. And this is pretty clear water, and as you can see, you know, you got up here, and even though...
Better get with it, Jimmy.
You got another fish?
He was there.
Don't throw, Joe, until I get through. Okay?
No, wait, this is the time to do it. You're sitting there talking about...
We didn't know whether to use blue or use red. So Joe and I, in all of our infinite wisdom, decided that he would use red and I would use blue. And if you don't quit throwing until I get out there, I'll have to switch to the red.
Yeah, but you're letting the boat drift off.
I know it.
There you go, Jim.
Good lands, Joe. That's a good fish.
Right up there in the shallow water.
He was.
Ooh.
That's a big old fish. Now what are you going to do?
I got 4-pound test line.
Oh, you want me dipping at him?
Yeah, would you please?
You want me dipping at him? Huh?
Can you imagine getting something like that on with a 4-pound test line?
I thought you was going to say catching something. I was going to tell you, you don't have him caught yet. Here, Joe, you use the net and I'll line the fish in.
That's this wee stuff.
Woo! Look at that.
There you go.
Isn't that pretty? 4-pound test.
Oh, don't. Oh, you got the line. What are you doing?
Wait a minute, let's see what he weighs.
No,
wait a minute. Leave him in there. Let's see what he weighs.
Just a second. 4-pound test line.
I thought you had a red one on.
No, shh. You weren't supposed to notice that.
You had a red one on.
I know. I just switched to this Chartreuse Roadrunner.
Let's see what the fish weighs.
I want you to look what a little lure like that can catch.
Let's see what the fish weighs. Quit bragging. Put the fish in on net. 1.5 pounds.
Yeah, looking at that.
Just about 3.25.
I think you better recalibrate.
You got me dipping it in a 3-pound fish.
I think you better recalibrate. I
thought it was a big one. I thought it was a big one. That's a nice fish, Joe. That's a good fish, Joe.
Would you say that one more time?
That is a nice fish, Joe.
Thank you.
That is a nice fish.
Well, now it's your turn.
Were you running that Roadrunner on top of the water?
It just hit.
You just about were, because it's not a foot deep up there where you caught.
No, it's not.
Well, turn him loose before he spoils.
Well, I'm going to here. 3.25. Listen to that. I go 4.5. It'll go in him.
3. The net weight said it was 3.25 pounds. I believe it a lot more than I believe you.
Listen at that. Now, I wasn't going to tell you about the color I was using. Look at that. When you brought it in, you got it all twisted around here.
Well, it's a wonder I didn't break that line. You know
it is. I'm going to check the line.
It's getting so shallow I can't run my motor.
When you went after him and we missed him.
Tell you the honest truth, I was trying to break the line.
There's a good tip there. You probably were.
No, I really wasn't.
I
thought I had him. I thought I had him when I made the dip for him. I thought I had him.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back and do the crappie show.
I'm going to retire this one just a second here.
Here he is, Joe.
What you got, Jim?
I believe I got a crappie. Yeah, look at that big old black crappie.
Hey.
Isn't he pretty?
Did he come right off the bottom?
Right off the end of that. Oh, golly, he got away. Golly.
Oh, no.
Right off the end of that log right there. He hit so lightly, you can't imagine. I mean, he just barely hit.
Now, how lightly did he hit?
He hit so lightly, I almost didn't feel him. Hadn't had a good Shimano fighting rod, I'd never felt him. I just well nodded, he got away anyway. Well, wasn't he pretty? Do you see how black he was?
What?
That crappie.
What crappie?
The crappie I just had.
What? I didn't see it.
Joe.
Where is it?
Are you getting in your old age so blind that you can't see the front of the boat? Boy, that's a pretty fish.
Tell you what.
2-pound crappie. Huh?
Your son's getting to you, boy.
Boy. It's like calling the Mississippi River a creek.
I went down that creek one time.
You're up a creek all the time. God, you know there's got to be more of them around that old log.
Uh-oh.
Here he is. This is a big crappie here.
There you
Whoa,
go.
whoa,
Bring
ain't
him
no
in.
crappie. That's not a crappie there. If that's a crappie, it's a world
I
record.
started to say that doesn't even.
No crappie
That's right out of that crappie bed.
Caught him out of my crappie hole, though, didn't I?
That little thing.
Oh, don't do that.
What color are you using?
Blue, just what the selector said to
Can you
use.
let this back up just a second?
I don't want to run my hole back there, Joe. Break it off. I got lots of them.
Ooh.
Wasn't he pretty? Let me tell you something. You know, I made, what, 15 throws in there probably?
At least.
And caught that one crappie. Made about another 10 or 12 throws and then caught that bass. That'll tell you that about 99% of the time that we don't fish an area thoroughly enough. You know it?
There he is.
Got him? Another bass.
Another
That's
bass.
a nice fish, Joe. This is a nice crappie show we're
Yes.
doing, Joe.
Whoa.
Who cares, right? Now, if you let that little sucker break your line, that fish won't weigh but a couple pounds.
Uh-oh.
He's a lot of fish on 4-pound test line, though, isn't he? Let me get you away from that tree.
Yeah, I started. Yeah, he's not as big as that other one.
Boy, he's got it. Look at it. He's got it down. Well, now you switch back to red. You are a turkey. Joe, the color selector says orange.
How did you know?
You know better than that, don't you?
Yeah,
You
I know it
what
doesn't
says.
say that.
You put on orange.
Yeah, I tell you what. No, as his sun kind of goes in and out, I'm kind of switching back
It
and
makes a
forth.
difference. It
Switching
makes a
back and
difference.
forth from the chartreuse to the red.
To the red.
This one's got the red and the silver. The other one had the chartreuse and silver.
Of course, either way, silver's showing up in there.
Yeah.
Either way.
But see, I don't want to tell you everything one time I switch.
Joe, let me tell you something.
Go ahead, don't be bashful.
Hi, we're out here today fishing for bass, black bass, in the middle of the summertime with Roadrunners with Joe Hall. How about that, Joe?
That sounds better.
Or anything else that bites, we don't care. So you want to do a crappie show? We'll go do a summertime crappie show. No problem.
Fish in the summertime for crappie and catch nice black bass.
Oh, I don't care. As long as something bites. That's the only thing that really matters. Oh, well, a summertime crappie show. We didn't catch hardly any crappie, but that's what happens when I go with Joe. He takes the best crappie bait in the world and he goes out and catches a boatload of bass. I don't know what I can say, what I can do. And on top of all that, for the last 20 minutes, we've been trying to catch one fish so we can close this show with Joe catching it. And what
Wait
does
a minute,
Joe
you
do?
didn't say that.
He doesn't catch any, so we'll just close the show without a fish since it's dark.
I was
and we're
waiting.
back at the boat ramp.
I was waiting for you to do that.
And we're going to quit. So, Joe, wave bye. We're going home.
I'm waving.
Whoa, there he is.